Are you looking for a great and inexpensive way to develop ankle strength and mobility? Hello foot soldiers, this is Grown and Healthy, a channel where we explore self-improvement through movement. I too, like you, have suffered from poor ankle mobility, and I still do. More on one foot than the other currently, mainly on my left foot. And my range of motion seems temperamental. Some days I get really good at range of motion, some days it kind of seizes up. And that is because my practice is not what it should be. But it's not easy when there are only a few exercises that directly focus on creating a strong ankle. I often overlook them in my general programming. But in this review, we're going to take a look at the balance board by Amazon, surprisingly. I know, Amazon, huh? I doubt they're making any cutting-edge fitness equipment. Well, you're right. While this is not cutting edge, it is one of the best tools that you could use for ankle mobility and developing your balance. Ankle strength and proprioception, being able to kind of stop a fall by balancing or adjusting your position, is a very important skill, a necessity for people as we get older. Now, about this product, it's available in 4 colors. I chose it in black because that's kind of my aesthetic, and I couldn't be more pleased. This board has a non-slip tape on the top and kind of like teardrop segments that are similar to kind of like a Simon Says electronic game, if you're my age. Okay, the board is laminated. It's not a solid piece of wood, it is a laminated disc, but it provides a, I would say, accurate or a well-placed base in which you can get any angle ranging up to 20 degrees, omnidirectional. This is a well-designed balance board. It is neutral without any adjustments, allowing you to train at the drop of a hat, whether at your desk, at work, in the gym, or at home like I am now. This is a great tool for staying actively engaged, providing that you develop your full focus and core stability. You know, these are the attributes of core strength. You know, coordination, posture, and balance. They're all a day-to-day necessity. So while your 500-pound deadlift may have some transference to your sport, in terms of day-to-day living, this is the fundamental key component. Now, you can incorporate many exercises from push-ups, planks, all can be done with this board. As a warning, I do not advocate carrying load while attempting to use this board. I find it not only dangerous, but unable to transfer into everyday movements. Now remember, this channel is about developing ourselves through movement, not by winning silly challenges. We don't want to win the drill, we want to develop. And if you're creative, you can find many exercises to accomplish with this tool without using any weight at all. Now, there are favorable features that I find about this board, and one of them is that the board is solid feeling, and the non-stick surface is flawless. I mean, it's grippy, but not too abrasive to, you know, annoy my feet. Now, it has an easy balance. Some balance boards come in 2 pieces, and making it a juggle for the initial setup. And so this disc allows for me to train all directions of the ankle joint and the corresponding muscles, not just going by side to side, but as I said before, omnidirectional. You can tilt forward, you can tilt at a 45-degree angle, you can dorsiflex at any angle that you want. This board gives many options on what you can focus on. Now, just to start, a beginning exercise would be just a 2-foot balance. Once you've established balance, attempt to touch down laterally while you maintain your balance. You know, kind of touch the edge and then bring it to neutral again. And then go on to the next side, like skiing on a slalom. Then do that from front to back. These basic moves also should then be progressed to trying it on one leg. Now, if you don't believe that it's going to be somewhat challenging in the beginning, either you have experience or you're soon to find out. Now, I'll go over a few demonstrations on how I use it, and it'll just be standard movements: dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, a little rotation, and that way you can get an idea for how effective this is. Now, do you see how this strengthens the feet and the ankle? Once you start establishing stability in these new angles, your body will be forced to adapt. Never be afraid to use the wall to help yourself, to keep some balance. There's nothing wrong with that. Getting assistance in the beginning will be a requirement for many people. So we all start somewhere. Okay, so don't be afraid to hold on to the wall. If you're from North America, you are driving with your an automatic car, and you're not using your left foot for the majority of your commute. Now think about that. You probably have a commute anywhere from an hour, some people even have 2 hours within a day. Now think of if you were to practice any exercise daily for 2 hours, you would make a profound effect in the difference bilaterally. So the left leg is going to be a lot weaker in terms of dorsiflexion control, while the right leg will probably have a lot more practice. Now, first we'll start with just getting both feet on and balancing, right? This may be an issue for some people, it may not be for you. So we're just gonna try it out. Don't get me wrong, I have to look at a camera and do this all at the same time. So now what we're gonna attempt to do is we're just gonna go from right to left, right to left. And we wanna get that lateral action. We don't wanna really roll it into position. So it will go in a circle without any skill necessary. So that's not really an accomplishment. And we're gonna now dorsiflex and then plantar flex. Dorsiflex, get that stretch in the calves and the hamstrings, and then plantar flex. Now, you can see how this becomes an intense workout. So when you're at home, let's take small steps to develop greater balance and greater control. So set a timer, start for 30 seconds, and increase that anywhere up to a minute and beyond. And give yourself time to recover. So it's 30 seconds of work, should at least relax or do another exercise that is non-competing with the ankle in activity for at least a minute, or even 2 minutes, depending on how intense the interval is. If you've ever worried about being that person who has fallen and could not get up, well, this will keep you from even falling. Some things that I didn't like about the board, and there's not many. The plastic base of the board is very slippery on carpet, and it will slide around. So as you can see, here I have a solid surface, so I have no issue here. But if you're on carpet, you will need a rubber mat or something with grip to use it on. This is a great alternative to pricey boards. Those boards can cost anywhere up to $100. And this balance board cost me about $20, and I believe it's worth every dollar. From rehab to strength and mobility, I find this a useful tool for any runner or someone engaged in sport. We're seeing countless ankle injuries amongst professional athletes, and while you may not be competing at a professional level or even in an amateur level, we should understand that the ankle is rarely trained amongst everyone, and a well-developed ankle will make every move on the field in your life much better.